Joe is live.
That's right, man.
Lunatic Joe and Lunatic Doe.
Yeah, I was thinking they should start calling him Do Khan, not Do Kwan.
Dukan. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that a lot, dude. I like that a whole lot.
Dukan. Hashtag
Dukan.
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 CON.
Wait, why am I not? Oh, here we go. Oh, let's start on that right now. Let's start on that headline. I love this Financial Times headline.
Oh, yeah, but okay.
$40 billion crypto collapse turns South Korea against the lunatic leader. I love that shit.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to just share a screen for you.
Yeah, sure, because you got it, right? You're the big Financial Times guy.
I don't know, man.
Oh, that's not Financial Times.
This is FT.com right here, yeah.
It is?
Yeah. If you look at the top, see, it says FT.com.
Okay.
Good my FT Financial Times. Although I'm not a subscriber, of course, they're probably going to terminate my access here as I'm talking about it. But I love this right here. I'm kind of to your point. I didn't realize how much of an obnoxious little twit this guy is.
Oh my God.
And like somebody's interviewing him and he's talking about how he's going to put $300 million of his own money into the reserves, underpinning the yield on Luna.
Yeah.
A Twitter user asked him where the money would come from. His response, quote, "Your mom, obviously," end quote. And then I guess he routinely derides his critics as poor.
Yeah, he says that all the time in his tweets. The twit says in his tweets.
Guy sounds like a total nut job.
Oh, he's a piece of shit.
So you did get that inside scoop from him last week, right?
I didn't. He did not show up for our little journey.
Your couples massage?
In my couples
massage. It's funny when we were at that conference last December. I think it was Decentraland. They're giving massages up there. I was like, first I was like, no. And then I was like, well, why the hell not?
Exactly.
So, they're short ones. They're 15, 20 minutes, but still, it's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, that's what she said. So this is interesting. Extreme fear is at 12. Shocking. But longs are higher than shorts. Just a couple of minutes ago, the longs were like 65%. It's funny because I have like this perspective of I'm excited and energized about what the fuck's going on. And part of that's probably motivated by the fact that I was, I've been on the sidelines for a few months, sitting in my stables that are not UST. Oh, okay. Let me tell you this story real quick.
So this massage girl was in your hotel room.
No, so
take Luna.
My wife can't tell anyone what I actually do for a living, right? Like, it's just she barely scratches the surface of crypto. It doesn't understand anything.
So it just comes through as criminal.
No,
to everybody else.
On her Facebook wall, they had the article with the Fed or the European Bank, central bank woman, whatever her name is, saying, it's worth nothing. And
Lagarde, guy on the fund.
Yeah, and then she started reading comments on the article because I had told her that we had, chunk of our money in stable coins, right? So then she reads these posts about Terra and the UST stablecoin, and she comes running in like, "You said our money was in stablecoins." I said, "Not that one. We weren't in that stablecoin because the guy is an asshole." And I knew that, but it's like, when it starts penetrating my wife's Facebook feed, we're the negativities at a high level. It's thank you so much, Doquan, for making my life just a little more difficult. Really appreciate it, you piece of shit.
Somebody was talking about that fear and greed index. Oh, it was your buddy over at Jarvis Labs, Ben Lilly. He was talking about.
Yeah, we're not friends anymore.
You guys are still in that little bit of a hissy fit over whatever.
Over him blatantly stealing our concepts and putting them into his product? Yes, dude, we are.
Crypto's all about open source, man.
There's no open source. We don't fucking open source that shit. But yeah, we're
whatever.
not friends with Ben Lilly anymore. But go ahead, tell me about the wisdom of Ben and where did he steal the concept? Sorry.
Well, no, I'm not talking about whatever display stuff you guys are talking about. He was around doing this. I kind of ran to him separately from you guys. Of course, I knew what you guys were doing all along because I had my inside perspective, so to speak. But no, he talks about fear and greed index every time it gets in that single digit area, like 8, I think it was. That's usually getting close to a bottom. So he's trying to say, look, to summarize, to me, he's saying kind of a lot of the similar stuff that, we got to be here around the bottom, fear and greed wise, but everybody else is expecting a big capitulation. I included. So
I don't expect.
It's almost a worthless stat too, really.
Yeah, I don't expect a big capitulation. All of the
you're
people
going the other way.
Oh. Well, I don't expect anything because I never know. But all of the people that I respect in our community at Material Indicators are expecting a big capitulation. I don't know. I guess I came out of that show last week. A big capitulation is good for me because I'm on the sidelines. So, I'm holding on to a few things, little ETH, chunk of Alchemix, but everything else is stables. And some of it's staking. Some of it's staking. Yeah, exactly. What's left? Some of it's staking. I got $2 staking and $1.50 sitting in the wallet.
Oh, bravo!
Yeah,
Florida prepaid plan.
Exactly. But I don't want more people to get wrecked, but at the same time, a capitulation to me is not a bad thing, personally, because I'll be buying back in, right? The problem is that the capitulation will scare people off more. We've got reduced liquidity, we've got reduced activity and volume on the exchanges. But I came out of that permissionless show. The shit that's getting built. I'm so fired up. I could give a shit. I really feel very confident that coming out of this, whatever this ends up being, lower, sideways, whatever, that this community, this ecosystem is going to be even fucking stronger. And I'm really excited for it. And I don't think VCs are backing off of it either. I think they're diving in deeper. I think they feel the same way I do. And every indication I had at that show was nobody's slowing down. Yeah, nobody's slowing down on building. Nobody's slowing down on integrating. Nobody's slowing down on partnering. Nobody's slowing down on funding. The institutional guys are watching it like a hawk, and probably half the reason we're experiencing what we're experiencing because they want to buy cheap. I'm ready to go. I was talking to a guy last night on Discord he's a pretty good sized investor in terms of his bets, and he invests in a lot of startups. And he was like, "Hey, I was permissionless." And I said, "It was awesome. I'm energized. All the shit I just said to you." He's like, "Oh man, now I know he took a hit on Terra." So, he said he made the comment. Well, you're the only one I know that is. I said you should have gone to permissionless, man. You'd be fired up. But I think that like everyone says, and you and I have said 100 times, bear markets are for builders, right? The people that come out of the other side of a bear market are the people that dominate industries. It's true with .com. It's been true with every cycle of crypto. The people who last through it, who fight through it, come out really strong with a strong community, a strong base, and better products. So I'm fired up.
Yeah, I think, to me, I agree that there's, when you see what's going on in the trenches around the edges of financial institutions, around the edges of, all this disintermediation in, capital velocity, capital efficiency, all of those things. I mean, there's too much common sense here for massive user adoption. So to me, look, when we kind of joke about it sometimes, when you look at what we call market caps of some of these crypto plays, because, compared to other metrics in other markets, they're clearly not market caps. It's just the value of adding up all the tokens, but it's not the same as, say, in equities or something else.
Right.
So you know that has to be adjusted. You know that's not real. Just like, you know, with the U.S. stock market, that, you know, where it's been the last, you know, 3-4 years isn't necessarily real either. I mean, it's real in that the money's there, but it's not. It's more of a function of supply of capital. Like, it's got to go somewhere,
right?
Versus the most money goes to the best ideas, the most societal changing ideas. It doesn't allocate that way. So, you know, I think anytime you see things like that, you know, it's got to correct. So any correction you see here, it's like you said, it's not about the price of these assets or these coins. It's about what are they building, you know, underneath it, and what does that do when the next expansion comes?
Exactly.
You know, so.
Well, and I mean, look, it's funny because there was Gary Gensler did a tweet yesterday about protecting people, blah, blah, blah. And in crypto and sensible regulations, blah. And then like half the tweets after that, like, we have to protect them from this unregulated market, blah, blah, blah. Right. And then half the tweets under that were the chart from Snap's dump 82% in the last 2 days. Right. And they're like, who did you protect from that? And it's like, dude, look at the tech market. Look at all of the high flying growth stocks. They are all dumping to shit. And that's because they were inflated. It was a bubble. And it was similar in crypto to some extent, right? All that cash was in people's hands. Everybody could get rich trading stocks or trading crypto. So they did. And now they're not rich anymore.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a market and the overall economy that's impacting all of this. And certainly probably wouldn't be as bad had UST Terra not happened. And I frankly think we'd actually be looking better than the regular markets. But it is what it is. We are where we are. So, hey, Beanstalk is starting their barn raise. What day is the 6th? Oh, that's a little less than 2 weeks from now. And they've decided to change it. They're going to make it go until all of it's bought out. But evidently the Beanstalk team. Oh, Alexa's going to talk to me again. The Beanstalk.
Roll over for a happy ending.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. You need to get. Isn't there a massage parlor near your house somewhere?
I did see one by my daughter's SAT tutoring center.
Oh, there you go. Joe,
so I guess
pinned it on the Google Maps.
Yeah, that's right. So all the dads in the parking lot can be sitting there going, "Huh? What's going on?" No, but go ahead. Sorry. I digress.
Anyway, evidently there's a lot of institutional money lined up for this thing. I frankly think the 77 million is going to get sold very, very quickly. And you know, our buddy Zero G's is over there on the team now. And he's developing for them, helping them refine. His first day on the Beanstalk Farm team working was the day of the exploit.
Ooh.
Yeah. Here's the interesting thing. They had hired a bunch of people that week. All of them stayed on to work for free because they think the platform is good. Anyway, June 6th, keep an eye out. It's an opportunity, I think, to make some, you know, 30, 50, 100% on your money.
So your buddy shows up and on day one, everybody gets hacked.
Everybody gets wrecked. He's your buddy too, man. Don't make fun. That's Eamon. Don't.
No, I'm not.
Eamon, if you're listening, man, you get in here and defend yourself. I'll put you on.
Come on. I didn't know. That's not what I was saying. I just thought it was great first day on the job.
Joe is claiming you're responsible for the Beanstalk exploit. I think you should get on here and talk to him. No, he's not. He's not.
Brad's paying me to shift the focus away from him to other people.
Hey, man, Sam Bankman-Fried is deep on supporting Democrats that are pro-crypto. $6 million to the House Majority PAC with some designations to Oregon and another candidate running who are pro-crypto. So good job, Sam. Good job. Good job.
Did he get a haircut? He got a haircut, didn't he?
I think that's an old... Oh, no, that was May 12th. Look at that.
Oh, getting serious.
Yeah, getting serious. I don't know why I have this article open.
Because you're sloppy, and that's from
Oh,
yesterday.
shut the hell up. Oh, Coinbase made the Fortune 500? Seriously?
Somebody got kicked out. Who was kicked out recently?
I don't know. Coinbase Global was included at number 437. Revenues record of 7,839 million, 513% annual gain, and 3,730 employees globally. You know, I listened to an episode of How I Built This that interviewed Brian Armstrong, the founder. And it's actually a pretty fascinating story about how he built this thing. And it's so funny to kind of hear these stories about, the very beginnings of these projects where it's two devs and an idea and what it's grown into. So you have to obviously give him kudos for building what he's built. So anyway. Yeah. Something didn't load. Oh, here we go. I haven't even read this one. Analyst who called the 2021 Bitcoin crash unveils realistic price path to new BTC all-time high. Grayscale CEO says recent sell-off hasn't deterred investors. I guess they're seeing more investors. Oh, that's a tool I want to show in a minute. Oh, this is fun. So
what do we have here?
I'm still in the Wonderland Discord, but I'm not in the I own Wonderland Discord. There's another one that makes you check your wallet because I don't own any of Wonderland. So there's all kinds of private shit going on over there, I guess. But they voted and approved to hire a treasury manager, somebody to come in that had proposed to manage the treasury, and that was approved. But they
just stole the whole treasury.
Yeah, this is a proposal that's up for voting. To basically, from my read, basically say, Daniel, stay the fuck out of the way, because it's defining Danny's role at Wonderland. Let me see what the informal votes look like so far. Show results. Oh, look at that. Yes, do implement 90%, 5% don't. So here's what they want Danny's role to be: to seek out investment opportunities beneficial for Wonderland. Okay. An emergency use and disagreement framework when he disagrees with the treasury manager. I'm assuming the treasury manager put this proposal forward. So a way to basically say, if you disagree, you don't necessarily get to decide.
Yeah.
Continue as a member of Wonderland's multisig. Propose, disclose, and communicate potential conflicts of interest to the team and community to ensure that decisions are not made at Wonderland's expense. It's like, talk about laying it in. It's like, okay, dude. So you obviously think he's got some conflicts. Ensure, delegate to an elected official the responsibility and the implementation of past Wonderland improvement protocol proposals. So again, I think that the implementation of this new treasury manager and some others that the community has put forward have been voted for may not have been implemented, that's exactly how the Florida Republican House and Senate operate. The state, the community, the members of the public vote for and approve ballot measures, and they just choose not to implement them. Let's see, promote and coordinate potential collaborations with the Frog Nation ecosystem beneficial to Wonderland. Bottom line is, this is the idea is here is, Danny, we need to lock you back. You can have a little bit of, you can bring us ideas for investments. You can still be on the multi-sig, but other than that, why don't you just stay out?
Give us the keys to the wallet.
Exactly.
This is what it's all about. Who's going to get access to the money?
I mean, it's a multi-sig, so that's limited. But it just cracks me up that this got actually put up for a vote. It tells you, though, that they are at least listening to the community and putting up proposals that people want to be looked at. So
that's got to just really drive him crazy.
Oh, can you imagine?
I mean, they're trying to kick him out of his little creation.
Yeah. Not going to be pretty. Let's see. Oh, this is a brutal story. So this guy is getting married on June 6th, and he's not positive this is what caused it, but lost about 150 grand, went to bed one night, woke up the next morning, and his wallet was drained. and his tokens were sold on some sketchy exchange nobody's ever heard of. But in something related to his passport or getting a passport or something, he had to try to get an appointment, and he installed a browser extension to auto refresh the United Kingdom's government's website so that he could get an appointment. And his suspicion is, and the people that have looked at it, their suspicion is that extension gave them access to his MetaMask wallet and cleaned it out. He did not have a hardware wallet. He's been in crypto for 6 years, but pretty brutal story. So just a good reminder to everyone to secure your shit, because now he's securing his shit, you know?
Yeah. But so how does I mean, I don't know. How does an extension go in and get? I guess he must have been logged in, and it can go get your seed phrase.
Must. I have no idea. No idea. But
yeah, just crazy stuff.
Crazy shit. Consensus is launching a token. I mean, not Consensus. Consensus CoinDesk is launching a token. And it's a token to reward you for being engaged in the community at CoinDesk, for attending Consensus events. The next one is up in Austin, I think in about a week and a half. So the token is called Desk, and you can use it to redeem for rewards at the shows. So free burritos from the lunch truck outside the place, drinks at bars nearby the thing. It will have no token value. It will have no monetary value. It will not be a tradable token, but it's an interesting move. CoinDesk is also the project that's also been trying to build out a DAO around their content creation. So, you know, Niblet said, get a dedicated DeFi laptop. Yep. That's what he said he was doing. So that's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I'm assuming they're locking down the token in some way so that it can't be traded, but who knows? Maybe they're just releasing it and saying it's not financially motivated and then letting everybody else figure out what they want to do with it. I don't know.
Like, I mean, I could see some people just, you know, some go-getter types going and setting up liquidity pools.
Exactly.
You know, and then, oh, lo and behold, there's a market functioning.
There you go. There you go. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is another one of those I hate crypto articles. That
keep the web free.
That made it to number.
See that shit.
I know that made it to like number 5 on the Y Combinator Hacker News list. Of course, I had to comment in the discussion on Hacker News, but this kind of shit is. I mean, this is so egregious, the lies and bullshit in this, that it's just painful. It's just so painful to read. I'm not going to share the link in the notes for this one because I don't want to give them any oxygen beyond saying what a fucking douchebag. And of course, the person that wrote it didn't sign it, but it's getting spread around for all the anti-crypto people that are in tech. But, you know, it's just distortion after distortion after distortion. Like somehow Web3 and crypto is going to prevent some other form of the web, right? Like it's going to lock it down and it's going to cost money to be on the web because there are going to be crypto versions of Web3, right? It's just, the whole thing is ludicrous, pisses me off. And so I just want to call them out.
Who is it?
They don't say. They're too much of a chicken shit to sign their blog post.
Well, they just don't want to have Brad Nickel coming after them.
That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. Last thing. This new site, it's actually really cool. Stablecoins.wtf, or stablecoins what the fuck, is a tool for analyzing and getting educated about stablecoins and how they function. So they've got all stablecoins listed here. I'm assuming, I haven't read yet. I think the red means high alert because, you know, UST as that point here. Let me zoom this in a little bit. UST sitting at 0.062. And then the orange is ones that are getting a little scary. So this is Waves. USDN is at 0.975. USDX, I don't know what the fuck that is at 0.811, and VI at 0.946. But you can also filter them. So you can see the fiat-backed ones are all pretty stable at their price point. Crypto-backed ones, a couple having trouble, the VI and USDX, DAI, LUSD, SUSD, and OUSD. I've never heard of OUSD. All maintaining their peg pretty well. Algorithmic So UST obviously is shit. USDN 0.975. We talked weeks ago about the whole waves USDN accusations about how they were manipulating it and trying to maintain the peg. FEI is maintaining itself nicely at 0.991 and USDD at 0.99. Oh, speaking of FEI, I've got Joey from FEI. I've interviewed him. We're finally getting on Thursday an interview about the exploit. So that episode is probably going to hit on Monday of Mission DeFi, an interview with the founder of FEI and
Joey.
Rari. Huh?
Joey.
An interview about FEI and Rari, where it was very exciting and positive interview. But of course, 2 days later, the exploit of Rari occurred. And so I wanted to have some context for the interview. So he and I are going to talk about the exploit, what happened, what it was like. And then the rest of the interview will be kind of what FEI is all about, what Rari is all about, what they're building, what's next. And they have some really cool shit coming in those protocols. And the story of founding it, he ran into some real difficulties with some of the assumptions he made when he was launching that caused them a lot of problems when they first got started. So just some interesting info, and Joey seems to be a really good guy from our conversation. Let me see here. So let's pick BUSD. If you select on the token on the left, you can then get a whole set of tables and charts based on its current volume, its market cap, where its price is and how it's maintained, velocity, etc. And then a description of it, how it functions, whether it's centralized or decentralized, who the issuer is. I just think this is a really good tool for keeping an eye on what's going on with stablecoins. I'm hoping they add things like alerts, so you could pick the coins you want to monitor and get alerts if something starts to lose peg, etc. So great tool, looks pretty cool. That's stablecoins.wtf. I'll put that in the show notes.
Where did they have Frax in there?
Frax is under hybrid because it's both collateralized and algorithmic. So Frax is at 0.995, 24-hour volume is 32 million, market cap is 1.4 billion. 7-day percentage says negative 5%.
Who else? I just can't see it. It's so small. Who else on that list?
CUSD is another hybrid, which I'm not familiar with, and MUSD I'm also not familiar with. Let's see what CUSD is. Oh, that's the Cello dollar. So that's for that blockchain Cello. And MUSD is
Metis,
a decentralized cryptocurrency-based stablecoin via the M-Stable protocol, pegged 1-to-1 to USD. Protocol issues MUSD. Protocol then lends the collateral on lending platforms such as Aave or Compound to generate yield. Here, mstable.org. Let's see what's happening on. Oh, that link is. Oh, here we go. Wow, slow. Decentralized stablecoin ecosystem. No idea what chain this is on. I'm assuming Ethereum, but it doesn't say. But some big backers. Fuck Alameda, Three Arrows, Anthony Sassano, Andrew Kang from oh my God, what's the project? Phantom. Yeah, so some big name investors. It's interesting. I never heard of it.
What's it called again?
MUSD, and the site is mstable.org. It's got sitting at about a $47 million market cap. So it must be pretty new. 7 days down, 14% on the market cap. $94,000 volume over 24 hours. So that one really hasn't been put to a test yet.
Integrated with leading protocols. Which ones here?
Joe, that's all I got today. You have anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing too exciting today. We're just kind of, grinding it out, basically.
All right, let's make it a short day.
Absolutely. Got stuff to do.
I got to go eat, man.
How's
16
that
hours
fasting coming?
16 hours and 4 minutes.
And you're done.
No, I can eat.
Oh, now you can eat. Oh,
yeah.
Look out, South Florida. Brad's coming through. All right, buddy.
Have
Thanks,
a good
everyone.
one, man. Thank you, everybody, for listening, watching. We appreciate you. We love you. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. It just takes a second and does a lot to help us. You know, and it keeps Joe's massage parlor habit going strong.
Right. Yeah.
Please, if not, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, click the little bell, give us a thumbs up, tell us how much you love us, share it with your friends and family on Twitter or wherever you get your social interaction. Thank you so much. We love you. Joe, have a great day.
You too, buddy.
All
Thank
right.
you,
I got to
everyone.
click the little button to end the broadcast.